Spiritual Talk with Norma Kea. Today is 9, and it's air. What does air mean to you, right? Well, this card for me is giving me quite a few different feelings, quite a few different perspectives. So the first perspective is it's the element air. And out of the cycles of the element, air is the beginning. So if you've been on a spiritual path in any part for a couple years or 10 years or more, you've been doing the work and you can feel this new energy, right? It was like this summer was holy hellfire and everything just burnt. Everything. So now there's ashes on the ground, and then there's air, there's wind, the fall, the autumn is coming in, right? The cycle that will always be here no matter what phase you're in, right? Autumn will always be here, winter will always be here, spring will always be here, summer will always be here. Fire element will always be here, water element will always be here, air element will always be here, metal element will always be here. But what we're talking about is air. So you see these trees. So let's just say these trees are a representation of you, right? Some of them are really bending with the flow of all of this air, and then some of them aren't. I'm feeling like some of you are so concerned about judgment and what's right and what's wrong that your tree is like this. But we are in the cycle of air, and in air you're supposed to be with the flow, right? You see how some of these trees are even like wound up with the other ones. They're with the flow. They're not resisting. They're not trying to point out, I'm right and you are wrong. That's right and that's wrong. What's the point in that? Do you get anywhere with that? Does it keep you in the flow? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, one more thing I want to add about the air element is with an empath, and if you've been on this spiritual journey, then you know that communication is more than just verbal, right? For a massage therapist, there's body language. For healing frequency practitioners, there's vibrations that communicate. And then for everybody else, they communicate verbally. So for someone who has the ability to communicate more than one way, it can be a pretty amazing thing, right? But also, just like the same as everybody else with the verbal communication, we're all a collection of everything that we've been through, right? There's always the ability to misunderstand or misinterpret what someone is communicating. And even if you do misinterpret it or miscommunicate, maybe that's what your judgment is, and maybe that's what you're stuck on. I'm not sure, but that shit is not serving you. It's not serving you, and it's not serving the one that you love or anybody around you that you love. I just want to put that out there. So why focus so much on the right and the wrong? And why not focus more about what feels right? Right? Because if it feels right and you're leading with love, how can you be wrong? How could that be wrong? I don't know. I'm just going to touch base back on that. Communicating in more than one way, right? As an empath and a spiritual person, vibrational frequencies, body language, and communication, like, with all that communication, we should be able to figure some crap out, figure out answers, figure out our way, right? But really, vibrationally, I've joked many times and I've said that the empath is literally going through life like this, just feeling their way through it, right? So if you related to this message, thank you. Please give me a heart, put some energy into this message, because I am putting energy into these messages for you guys collectively. Let me know if anything really resonated with you. I know that even though it's air, like there's a lot that has to do with it, right? So I'd love to hear what you have to say and how it relates to you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you want your own reading, you can schedule one at NavarreHealingArts.com. We have a couple different that you can choose from. If you need some distance Reiki, we can do that online anytime. You can come in-house and get Reiki and or medical massage. We also have Kokoa ceremonies, breathwork classes on Monday at 8 a.m. and yoga classes. So stay tuned. Thank you for all the love and support over the years, and thank you for much more support in the future. Much appreciated. Have a blessed day.